What's good with my people out there, man? It's your player partner, Pack Boy Dolo, checking in with another episode of the Round the Clock Thinker Show, man. I'm getting a slow start today, but you know what? We still up and at 'em. I'm off the banana smoothie, so I got my issue for the day, you feel me? I got what I need to get me up and going like I need to be, you feel me? You already know that the show is brought to you by the Treeway Winterwear Collection. Make sure you check that out in the description. It's fall time now, and I say after this week, you'll see me rocking it more often. You'll see me with new drip on. Every time I'll probably be able to like stand up and show it to you, so you can make sure you go cop the drip, because I'm for sure gonna be rocking it and copping it, and you know it don't really matter if anybody else buy it, because it's something that I created and I can wear it, and somebody eventually they're gonna be like, yo, that's fresh, where'd you get that? And I'm gonna be like, it's mine, it's my brand, you know what I'm saying? It's me, this came from my mind, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't twisting your arm to go cop no drip, man. But if you would like to stay dripped out, man, go browse the merch in the description, preferably the Teespring link, because it's going to show you pack merch, everything on there, man. Everything that you need to get to. And it'll give you plenty options, from hoodies to shirts to pants, man. The whole phone cases, the whole 9, yoga mats. You know, it's a whole bunch of things on the store, so make sure you go check that out, man. Also, make sure you go check out the booklet. Link is in the description as well. It'll be in your email within 2 minutes, man. I'm trying to told you, I give you probably to the end of this year, and we'll most likely around Christmas, we're gonna have the audio book out, and we're also gonna have the repurposed physical copy of the Pretty Much Understanding, because how I first presented it was too big, man, and I didn't want to have it like that. I wanted it to be smaller, because it's more like a booklet, like something you carry around with you, you know. So be on the lookout for that. Anyways, today's show is titled "The Truth Shall Set You Free, while a Lie Will Imprison You." The truth shall set you free, while a lie will imprison you. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is, some people would rather deal with the lie than become acquainted with the truth. Some people would rather deal with a lie than become acquainted with the truth. And even to them, it may seem like their truth while knowing that it's a lie. You know what I'm saying? So let's roll into chapter 1. Let me sip some more of this. Truth and dare. Truth, I know you heard of the game Truth or Dare. This is truth and dare. First start point. Dare to deal with the truth and accept what is, or deal in lies with inevitable regret. Dare to deal with the truth and accept what is, or deal in lies with inevitable regret. And that's how most people live. They deal in lies, and they know that someday it's gonna come crashing down on them. They know that someday shit's gonna hit the fan, and everybody gonna know who they really are. But up until then, they're professional actors and actresses, and they continue to live that way on a day-to-day basis. And in my opinion, That's not a good way to live. I would rather be authentic within who I am and move how I want to move, how I choose to move, than to be wrapped up and caught up in this person facades, or my own facades for that matter. You know what I'm saying? Wearing a mask every day because you gotta be this way with that person, this way with that person, this way with that person, and it's all a lie, right? That sounds too draining. That's too much. When we could just keep it honest. You see what I'm saying? So, the next thought point I got is, do you love to lie and be lied to? Which is actually what I was going to name this show. But I was like, nah, that's only a start point, because the truth shall set you free while a lie will imprison you. That's a title. That's something to put as to, you know what I'm saying, to name the show. So I did it that way. I named it this. But this thought point right here is a very deep one. Do you love to be lied to? Because I know a lot of people that do. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people that do. They're cool with the fantasy. You feel me? They're cool with you shooting them a dream and it sounding good, and them believing it in the moment, and then later on finding out that it was a lie. Wow, knowing that it was a lie the whole time. They just like to be lied to, though. See, people that love to be lied to don't love themselves. Because I don't know about you, but me, if I'm going to keep it, look, this how I go. If I'm going to keep it honest, right? If I'm going to keep it honest, then in my opinion, I deserve to be honest with. You feel me? I deserve your honesty if I'm going to be honest with you. Right? But those who love to be lied to and is just okay with being bullshitted, they don't love themselves, which means they lie to themselves most likely. And if they lie to themselves, then they can't detect when another person is lying to them. They can't detect when someone has on a full facade. See, I could see a motherfucker from 10,000 feet away, and I can tell that they're dressed up in a facade. I can see it from miles and miles away. I can see it coming. I can tell. Why? Because I pride myself to the best of my ability on my authenticity within me and how I move, and everything I say, I try to stick to it. And if I say I'm gonna do something here lately, if I'm not too sure about it, I'm gonna say I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna be definite in my words. I'm not gonna be definite in my speech saying I am gonna do this. I'm gonna say I'm gonna try to do it, but no promises, because it may not happen how I envision it happening. And that means that I'm so connected with my words and what comes out of my mouth is that I'll throw in try and say no promises and let somebody know that, hey, it may not go like you want it to, rather than just shooting it to them like it's definite and disappointing them in the end. You see what I'm saying? Because if I'm honest with myself, then I already know, yeah, this thing that I'm about to do is not like completely 100% positively gonna work out. So I'm gonna try to make it. I think it will, but I'm not sure because it haven't happened yet. So I'm not gonna say I am gonna. You have a motherfucker say I am gonna. Let me see. Let me think of an example. Okay, a gift, right? Hey, man, let me get a Let me get one of your shirts, man. Book me in for one of your shirts, man, and I'ma shoot you the bread. Okay, bet. You booked them in for the shirt, and you say, I am gonna bring the shirt. I am gonna. Or they say, I am gonna bring the money for the shirt. Let's use that example. I am gonna bring the money for the shirt. After you book me for the shirt, I want this color, and you bring it here tomorrow, and say y'all work together or something, right? So you book them in for the shirt, you get the shirt printed, you pay for the material, you get everything processed, the whole process is done, it's complete. And you show up at work the next day to your coworker who requested the shirt, and then guess what they say? Man, I ain't even bring the money. I ain't got no money on me. Wait. They most likely knew that they didn't have the money or wouldn't have the money. So therefore, why say bring the shirt tomorrow? I'm gonna have the money for the shirt. It's because they want to get over, and they're liars. They're liars, and they lie even when they don't even realize they're lying. You see what I'm saying? Because it's a program. They lie even when they don't realize that they're lying, which makes you not want to deal with them anymore, because you can't count on their word, and you just spent your hard-earned money on a material, getting the shirt pressed and made to their satisfaction, to their customization, personalized piece of merchandise right here for them, and they don't even have the money. They couldn't even keep their promise. They couldn't even hold the promise that they made, or the statement that they made, that I am gonna have the money tomorrow at work when you bring the shirt. You see what I'm saying? Instead, they could have said, look, man, I sure would like one of them shirts, but I don't want you to bring it until next Friday. So when we get our check, right when we get off, I'm going to give you the money. Or as soon as the check hit, I'm going to cash app you, right? I'm going to cash app you. And then you can just bring the shirt, like, to work that evening. And say y'all work second shift or something like that, and the check hit like in the morning time. I'm going to cash app you in the morning, and then you could bring the shirt to work, man. See, that's more honest, right? And it's more specific, right? It's more specific and it's more honest. You feel me? So at the end of the day, keeping it real in the smallest cases trickles over into other situations. And this is something that you have to pay attention to on yourself. You can never stop thinking about it. You can never turn it off. It's no turning it off. It's no stopping. You have to always be watching yourself. You have to always watch the watcher. You know what I'm saying? You have to always be on top of who you are, who you're coming off as, and are you being a genuine party, right? Are you moving properly? Are you presenting yourself as the person that you say that you are? And if you said something or told somebody something, or you like making sure that you back that up, even if it can't happen. Because I've had situations where I said, I want to do this like this. And then I would have to backtrack and say, hey, actually, I can't do it. Like, I'll let them know I can't or I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. I thought, but it wasn't a definite thing. Something came up. But you got dream shooters who will tell you some shit with no intention especially when it don't go, and it don't fall through how it's supposed to fall through, they will not tell you shit. They not gonna say my bad, this happened. They don't care. It don't matter, right? Keeping it, look, the truth shall set you free, while a lie will imprison you. I know relatives that'll be like, let me, some small, like, you be on the phone chopping it up. Hey, let me call you right back in 3 minutes. The 3 minutes go by. Damn, even the specifications of that lie. I'm gonna call you back in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Motherfuckers don't ever call back. If I say I'm gonna call you back in 2 minutes, I guarantee you in 120 seconds, if not before then, your phone gonna be ringing. Right? Your phone will be ringing. Now, before we roll into the next start point, because this is deep stuff. When does the truth, when can it be finessed? Actually, yeah, we on track. So the chapter 2, is there a time and place for the truth? Look, when can there be finesse with the truth? When technically you're not lying, because you're speaking it in a certain way, and you have to get out of a situation from dealing with a certain person, a certain type of individual, and you know that being truthful with them will cause them to become irrational. It will cause them to malfunction and become aggressive towards you or dramatic. You know what I'm saying? So when can you add finesse? Is there a time and place for the truth? And the answer is yes. But truth shown in actions doesn't necessarily need words. And now you can use words. I'm gonna give you an example. Somebody that was cool with somebody at one point, and then boom, they get to a point where they realize that this person is not the type of person that they want to be around. It's not the type of person that they want to hang out with. And on top of that, this person has become aggressive and very dependent, increasingly dependent on them. You know what I'm saying? They always need something. They always want something. They always trying to get something out of you. They always trying to get over. But this is a person that you was kicking it with on a daily basis, right? So the exception would be that you would start putting space in the gap. You use tact. And it's the same thing with if it's a homie, a friend, or a romantic relationship, where it's, for example, it's a chick that really become dependent on you and always got her fucking hand out, always want something from you, right? Always want something from you, and it seems like you more of an ATM than a romantic interest, than a partner to her, right? But you know that this bitch is crazy. You know that she'll spaz out. She'll act out. She done messed up her ex cars, bust windows. She done scratched their shit up. She that type. Well, she'll malfunction and become aggressive if you fuck around and disappoint her, right? Same thing with a friend. He'll be wanting to fight, start spreading lies on you if you disappoint him. So what do? You have to finesse with the truth. You can't just say, hey, look, you getting over. Fuck you. I'm done with you. I don't want to be around you no more. You can't really do that. You got to start putting space in the gap. So, say if y'all talked every day, you know what I'm saying? Then you talk every other day. Right? And then instead of doing what they want you to do, you start doing the opposite. Or you start saying something came up. or you start making excuses, you start throwing in excuses to be around them and to fulfill their wishes. Because seemingly with a person like that, giving them your time, attention, or finances is what's keeping them there, right? And you completely just taking it away off the table immediately would cause them to act out. Now that you know what I'm saying, they're gonna like trip out and be ready to fight or ready to damage your property or something like that. So you have to slowly, increasingly use tact to get away from them. And next thing you know, over a period of time, you no longer deal with them. So listen, if they call, you don't pick up, is that being fake? No. The truth is in the actions. Look, truth shown in actions doesn't necessarily need words. Okay, boom. They hit you up, or you bump into them in person. Chop, man, I've been trying to get up with you. I've been busy. That's true though. You've been busy, right? What if they say, damn, you too busy for me? Hey, look, man, I got my own life. You know what I'm saying? Things been coming up. The more you put space in the gap, the more you are unavailable to what they're used to you being available for. Eventually they'll lose interest in being around you or hanging out with you, or you know what I'm saying, getting something out of you. Because you're most likely not the only one that they move like that with. You know, they're gonna find somebody else because this is how they operate. You feel me? So the next start point is this. The most mature thing you can do sometimes is get away from someone with no explanation. I've had this happen so many times in my life to where, look, hey, if I know that you're a provocative person and I'm gonna end up doing something to you that's gonna jeopardize my freedom, I don't need to explain nothing to you to get away from you. If I saw you do illegitimate shit, even though you try to be a legitimate person, if I saw you do fake shit and I know your intention, if I saw that with my own two eyes, no matter what kind of facades you wear, no matter how you try to portray yourself to be authentic and real, if I saw you with my own two eyes move a certain way, and I've saw that before, and I know how this shit gonna end up eventually, and I know that when you do certain things, it's for you, it's a very indirect, it's aggressively, you're passively aggressive towards me, and you indirectly got it out for me, but at the same time you directly try to be like all cool and shit with me and keep it real and have good conversations, right? But at the end of the day, I've saw with my own two eyes that there's a malfunction in your patterns. You know what I'm saying? Something don't add up. It's an inconsistency in your patterns. And I've saw this before, and I know that you're a provocative person, and it's gonna get to this point that I've been to before with the same type of person you are. I'm gonna get away from you quick. I don't need to explain nothing. What happened? Hey, I don't know. Hey, look, it's just me. Look, I'm quick to say this. Man, it's just me, man. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. Don't blame yourself. Don't worry about it. I just don't fuck with you no more. It's not you, it's me. And I'm over here. You know, it's some people that you could do that to. It's that certain type of person. You just gotta know who's in front of you, who you dealing with. But it's certain people that you could just get away from. You can get away from them. Now, is that being false, fake? No. That's the most truthful shit. That's the most mature, truthful shit that you can do. You don't need to sit down and explain nothing. You can just get away from them and stop fucking with them. Stop being around them. Get them out of your proximity, right? And let them be bitter over there and make up in their mind why they think you don't fuck with them no more. But in reality, you know why you don't fuck with them no more. They could come up with all kind of lies on why they think you don't fuck with them no more. But you know why you don't fuck with them no more. And you don't have to go displaying it and telling everybody around you that you cut them off and you stop fucking with them. You just gradually get away. Once you get away from them, you just gradually move, because they'll gradually know. Eventually they'll be like, damn, I ain't been seeing y'all like kick it. And then you'll be like, yeah, so we don't really kick it like that no more, man. You know, that's just how it happened. It's just how it happened. You don't really have to go into detail unless you're chopping it up with a real one. And there's not many of those that's gonna get it, because they dealing with the same situation, so y'all gonna be able to relate. You feel me? Excuse me. So let's roll into chapter 3. Truth with oneself. Truth, you being true to you. When you get away from somebody with no explanation because they're a provocative person, you're being truthful to you when you use actions to be truthful, and you don't need words. You're being truthful to you when you pick a place and time to be truthful and loud about it. Because you don't have to always display the truth and be loud about what is. You don't have to always be that way, because you can't always be that way. Because sometimes you're dealing with somebody and you say some shit like that. You display the truth. You put the truth on display, and they ready to go to war. It's going up with them. You're going to strike a nerve. So for some people, you have to use finesse to get away from them, because they won't accept it. It's like they're afraid to be lonely, and they won't accept it. But if you gradually put space in the gap and get away from them, then it works. It works itself out, because you didn't catch a case and had to go outside of motherfucking head. They're caught off guard, and they're not really alarmed that you know what they're up to and that you know how they operate. They think that it was just normal and natural that y'all stop kicking it. You feel me? So the last story point I got right here is this. When you're truthful with yourself about everything, then you'll know what you need to be truthful with others about. When and where. It's a time and place, remember. And you will know the individuals. You will know the personnel that you could be truthful with, and that you may not want to display the truth to right then and there, because of how they operate, because of their characteristics. You would withhold the truth in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? If you fool around and you got a partner that's super in love, very in love, and you see his chick out with somebody else, you know what I'm saying? She didn't see you see her, but you saw her. Hey, look, that's your partner. He's super in love, and you know if you tell this nigga, he may not believe you. Keep your mouth shut, man. Withhold the information. Just chill. Just because, look, I've had it happen before where you know what I'm saying, there was an OG nigga that was dealing with a shorty from overseas, and he was shooting her bread, and you know what I'm saying, I think she was like in the Philippines. I think she was from the Philippines actually. But yeah, like he was shooting her bread, and you know she would FaceTime him and shit like that. But she just didn't seem interested, and you know, she seemed like cold, like she was just there to give him time, to make him feel a way, to stroke his ego. You see what I'm saying? But she wasn't really genuinely locked in. So I mentioned to him like, yo, I think she's scamming. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't send her no more bread. Like, I wouldn't have my hopes of moving this bitch over here to the US. I just wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have my mind on that. Because you're going to make an investment, and then that investment it's gonna end up being worthless, because this motherfucker, she trying to get tens of thousands out of you at a time. You know what I'm saying? Thousands. And nah, man, yeah, you just shooting that over there like that. Like, you could be doing something else with that, with a bitch here that you can see in person. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be doing it like that. But with him being older, he like, this young nigga can't tell me nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you talking about. You don't understand what's going on. This is what was told to me. So, hey, look. All right. Come to find out, she was scamming. And she just ghosted and ran off. Feel me? So, in that situation, I should have just kept my tongue. I spoke. But he was so wrapped up and caught up into his own shit and how he saw it, he wasn't really trying to hear me like that. You know what I'm saying? So after I spoke, I just had to let it go. You can't think for everybody all the time. You can only think for you and be true to you and move how you need to move, So, man, that's it for this show, bro. I had another show that I was gonna drop, man. And it's hard to drop it because it's so much. It's so deep. It's just it's very deep, and I need assistance from God on this one. When I drop that show, I need assistance from God. I need him to put the spirit in me. I need to be like able to do this trilogy. Like I said, it's so much information. It's gonna be like a 3-part show, and I'ma just I'm not even really trying to talk about what it's gonna be about yet. I'ma just focus on what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna focus on finishing the unlimited reset, the mental fasting portion of it, and then we're gonna roll into water fasting, and I'm gonna start dropping shows on that, because a lot of people, I'm gonna drop segments on water fasting, because a lot of people, they're not really familiar with water fasting and how it works, but they're curious. So I want to have that information there, and I'm gonna be like, giving stories on how many times I've used water fasting to break habits and lose weight, just all kind of shit. It's just to focus, man. Water fasting, there's so many benefits. That's why Jesus did it for, I think he did it for 40 days. I want to say he water fasted for 40 days or something like that. And that's when he was able to cast demons out of people and everything like that after he water fasted. But we're gonna get into water fasting and a lot of other stuff, man. I'm excited about the advantage of sleep. I want to break that down to y'all, because that was even used in breaking habits and addictions, and man, it's so much beautiful information in the unlimited reset. So y'all make sure y'all be on the lookout for that, man. Make sure you check the links in the description once again. Check the drip, man. Cop the drip if you would like, and get the ebook, because it's in the official website link. You click on that, it'll be in your email within 2 minutes, man. Straight to digital copy. And the physical copy will be repurposed by Christmas, or I'm gonna just say by New Year's. And also the audio book should be out around Christmas or by Christmas too. Man, it's around Pat Bordello. Checking out. Peace.